What's up, AfterBuzzers? We are talking episodes 17, 18, 19, and 20, but primarily focusing on tonight. It's the top 11 performances. We had some people going home. It was a really great week and last week of performances, so don't go away.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
No one performed this song, if you guys were wondering. But if we were on The Voice, we would be the city girls.
Yes, we would be. I'll be twerking with it though. You know, gotta have the twerk in it.
You guys, happy Thanksgiving! We missed
happy
you.
belated Thanksgiving, guys.
It's the knockout rounds officially, and we've been looking forward to this because we finally get zoned in and get to know everybody a little bit deeper than we had. Before we get into it, I'm Steph Sabraw, and I'm joined by the lovely Sierra Bernay.
Yes, hey guys, it's Sierra Stanford. Welcome back to us.
She's a triple namer. Sometimes she goes by first name, middle name.
Yeah.
I didn't butcher that, just so we're clear.
No, it's all me. I'm all the same person.
Okay, so a lot going on. I really want to. We had Sandy Red go home last week. We loved her, but it's definitely not the last we'll see of her. She is an absolute star. I really want to get into yesterday's performances because there was a lot of great performances and a lot of kind of so-so performances, and it's interesting to see how they played out in the voting, I think. And we'll talk about that, Reagan. If you guys didn't hear, Reagan Strange for the second week in a row was the most streamed artist on The Voice.
Exactly.
How do you feel about that?
I feel honestly, okay, Reagan is great, but you can tell America is really working, and you can tell who is most populated, I guess I should say. Because it's like, you know, Reagan's really good, but there are other artists that I would expect to be streaming more than her. So you can definitely tell, you know, the age group that's out there voting, you know, who's really out there scoping out the competition, because some of the results from America are not normal. But I mean, nobody's bad, but you know, it's just not what we're expecting.
That's what's interesting about these competitions. It's definitely voter demographic.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same for the country's voting situation as well.
That's literally how this feels.
There's voter repression going on. That's why this is happening. Let's talk about her performance. She sang Complicated by Avril Lavigne, and what was really cool about this week's performances was that the fans picked it was called Suggest a Song feature in the Voice official app. This is why the app is really cool, you guys. If you don't have it, there's a lot of features you can do. This was one of them, and I actually really love this because we always kind of talk about, I wish we could pick what they sang. And so
they did it.
For Reagan, they picked Complicated by Avril Lavigne, which in hindsight seems like a really good idea, but I did not like this performance.
I have to agree with you, and the coaches loved it. When they were talking about it, I was like,
she barely sang.
Yeah, and like you said, when they first picked the song for her, I was like, oh, wow, this is perfect. She's going to kill this. But when she started singing, I mean, I feel like at some point she just sounded like she was out of breath, you know, and it just wasn't its full potential. And that's a great song, so I know what it sounds like. But it wasn't what I thought it was going to turn out to be.
Yeah, I agree. And then let's talk about Dave Fenley, to switch it up. He sang Use Me by Bill Withers. Mm-hmm. And when we first met him, he showed us his beatboxing skills, but he kind of repressed
never used them.
Yeah, he
never
used his tools. And then he brought it out, and he really got the crowd hyped, which I feel like is so much. A lot of people really focus on the voice, but your performance and how you make people feel, which I loved how he commented on. That's what his goal is to make people feel one way or another, whether it be through the lyrics or kind of moving. And I think he really achieved that.
Yes, definitely. I thought, he did the beatboxing with the drummer boy at the same time. Like, that just made the whole performance. But overall, I do love Dave Finley. I loved his whole performance. He has a new haircut. I don't know if you guys peeped that. But he kind of cut his hair. So I was like, okay, you trying to cut up the last few episodes or season. But, yeah, I really did like him, though.
And he was saved, which kind of almost came as a surprise because he was the third person saved on Team Blake. So he has a perfect team right now.
Definitely.
Also on Team Blake, we have Kirk J. He sang Body Like a Back Road by Sam Hunt, and he seemed a lot more confident this week, and the performance seemed kind of like a breakthrough night for him. He's not my favorite, but I think he really did have a great night.
Yeah, he did. And he said the artist, the known artist Richie, I forgot his last name, but he FaceTimed him. He's like a big known artist and was like,
Sam Hunt.
No, his name was Richie. Something Richie, I forgot. But he was like, I really want to work with you. So that was cool to see, like, all his hard work paying off, and you have people that are already there, like, saying, hey, like, you're dope. Like, I want to work with you one day. But other than that, I do love Kirk J. And after seeing his mom, I don't know if you saw her, but she has a very strong country accent. So I was like, okay, yeah, they really are diehard country people. Like, this is serious. This is why he sings the way he sings. But yeah, he's pretty cool though.
Yeah, I do. I think that he has an important spot in country music.
Yeah.
And he would probably fill a lot of fans' void of country music by having another person of color being able to embody the music in a different way that is equally great but different. And so in terms of country, he makes me like country more than I do like country. It's just not my favorite genre, but I think last night he was amazing.
He has like a pop country voice, like Blake said. I can see the pop country, but yeah, he has that real country though. Don't sleep on Kirk now.
Yeah. And then last for Team Blake's perfect team was Chris Cruzy, who was saved first out of them, which I was surprised. He sang Long Train Runnin' by the Doobie Brothers. And he has been dipping into the country genre, but it seems like this classic rock is him.
It definitely him. But this performance here, I literally put... band was insane. Like they were stupid live, and like his guitar playing, he did like a little solo. Wow. So honestly, I can see why America went with him the first time, because we're used to seeing Dave Finley, get the first save, but I can understand why they picked Chris this time, because he literally killed it. Like the band made it everything. It was dope. I loved it.
I agree. The band was amazing.
And his rock voice is out of this world. Like, I think he's like a country rock, if that makes sense. He has a mixture of both, but he definitely gave us rock this episode.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I think that he should stick with that. And I'm glad that the fans were able to see, like, that's what he should be singing.
That's his strong suit, for sure.
Let's go to Team Kelly. She had 3 people saved, also an equally almost perfect team, but perfect in terms of having 3. So she had Kimberly Joy, Sarah Grace, and Chevelle Shepherd. So let's talk about one of my personal favorites, Kimberly Joyce. She sang Break Every Chain by Tasha Cobb, and she literally took us all to church.
Yes.
This is the genre that she wants to be in, and is gospel. Mm-hmm. And so you could really tell that this was her. She can sing anything, which she has, and killed it, but this was really emotional.
This took her home.
All the judges were standing. Yes. It was an amazing night for her.
I literally she took me to church. I was not, like, I always say on here that I always cry. That is no joke. Like, I literally sit in my room and cry. And gospel music naturally makes me cry. So watching her, I was like, oh my gosh, Kimberly, like. And that's my Breaking Every Chain. That's my song, like. So yeah, I love her.
You like that song?
Yes.
Outside, that's amazing.
I praise danced to that song before, so I was like, I'm here with you. So yeah.
Thank you. I missed church last Sunday.
Thank you. So yeah, she definitely. I'm glad her fans knew, like, we need to hear our gospel, Kimberly. So I'm so glad they gave her that song choice, because baby, she killed it. She's ready. Look at, like, her outfit. She was ready for, like, stardom. She's ready.
And I love how unapologetic she is about the genre she wants to be in, because oftentimes we want to just sell. Mm-hmm. Especially in the music industry, you're just going for what's gonna sell, and gospel obviously isn't a lot of people's first choice, just based off religion. But there's definitely a sector I feel like you can bring pop to gospel and vice versa, and she can do that.
And she said that she wanted to, and we do need more gospel singers, I feel now. You're not saying like the ones that are here bad, but we see more new rappers. We see more new, R&B singers. Let's see some more gospel singers, We need some powerhouses. And she's one of them, so.
Yeah, and gospel is one of those things where it's not like forcing religion on you. It's just giving you messages that oftentimes have to do with different teachings in the Bible, but life
or just
in
being
general.
Inspiration, motivation for life.
Exactly. Another young performer from Team Kelly, we have Chevelle Shepherd.
Yes.
So Space Cowboy by Casey Musgraves. I do like her voice. She's very sharp and twangy, and this is why I thought when she sang Dixie Chicks, she really killed it. Every time she performs, it seems pretty easy.
Very natural.
And I think this song just showed off her natural talent. She's improving every week for me.
I was just gonna say she's proven to us that like I'm gonna keep getting better basically, like, and because she's so young and people are like, what is it about Chevelle? But honestly, I've always loved her. I literally love everything about her, from her voice to hers. She's just so cute. Like, I don't know, like I feel like you can not love Chevelle, and she's just so sweet, and you can tell she's so excited to be there. So it's one of those, I'm just in the moment with her, but she can definitely sing her little tail off to be that young.
Agreed.
Definitely.
And then last on Team Kelly, we have kind of Chevelle Shepherd's biggest competition, I think, for that
age.
Yeah. I know Reagan Strange is also in that, and Kennedy Holmes, but they seem like the two most
neck and neck.
Yeah, to me. So Sarah Grace, she sang Dog Days Are Over by Florence and the Machine. Florence is a god, basically. She's an insane singer, so I was curious to see how she would do this song, because I don't think she can hit the notes Florence does, but she does have a very deep, very soulful voice, and the same kind of message I feel like Florence would be trying to give. So I thought she did really good. She did her own version, which was a good surprise.
I did like her performance. It wasn't my favorite, surprisingly, from her, but I think she did do good, because that's a huge song to go up against. She even said, like, this is tough, but I'm gonna kill it. So she managed very, really well, but wasn't my favorite, but I did like her.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think that it's one of those things where she probably knew going into it, my fans picked this. I
have to kill it. Or just make it good.
But I love the attitude all the younger contestants bring to this show, because it's a good reminder to all of us that you should really just be doing what you want.
Especially at a young age. It starts young, so build that confidence while you're young.
Yeah, I'm so not into the older generation being like, oh, so you think everyone can dream and be what they want? Yeah, I do.
Literally.
There's no laws stopping them other than you guys.
Hey, tip from me, I literally say this all the time, there's no limiting my success. If I want to do that and that, why can't I?
Exactly.
It just takes literally hard work, dedication, and prayer.
I agree. I totally agree, and I think a lot of their tenacity with that is so cool to watch, and serves as a great message for everyone to just be doing what they want and not be afraid to fail, because they haven't failed because they haven't been afraid to fail.
Literally, take risks.
Okay, Team Jennifer.
That's a team right there.
You guys saw their performance together, which is Jennifer, obviously, Kennedy Holmes, and Mackenzie Thomas. Their performance together, they should be a group. They should do Dreamgirls 2 featuring them three.
The whole time I was thinking Dreamgirls. The whole time on the stage, I'm thinking, this is Dreamgirls right here, because they all mesh as one. Like, it's just powerhouse. Like,
it was so beautiful.
It was too beautiful, actually. Like, and the whole scenery just set it off for me.
Amazing.
It was just beautiful.
Kennedy Holmes killed it once again. She sang Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston.
Yes.
We knew from the blind auditions that she was going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I just think she's continuously amazing. This wasn't my favorite performance by her, but it's still amazing.
Yes. To pull off Whitney in general, that's amazing. Literally, Kennedy can do anything. And, like we said, when we saw her the first day, we knew she was going to go super far. So I'm just ready to see how close she gets, because I think she can take it all. And so far, America's loving her, and I'm not surprised why. So I'm excited for her.
Agreed. And then Mackenzie Thomas, she's also been one of our favorites since the beginning.
Yeah.
We were just talking about how we can't believe she didn't make it further in the last season, but this is why everything happens for a reason, and she probably got better. I mean, we know she got better. She sang Emotions by the Bee Gees in the style of the Destiny's Child cover.
Woo!
I loved it.
Loved it. Like, she, the Beyonce rendition of it, she literally hit the notes, if not better, But just like Beyonce, I was like, whoa, this kid right here, girl,
is my swagger. You caught that.
She's great. But seriously though, like I love honestly, she might take it. Like she's just untouchable, and her voice can do literally any and everything that you can possibly think it could do, and she just never stops to amaze us.
I'm obsessed with her.
That's who should be getting streamed the most. Cause I'm ready to download the album. I don't know if it's an album out yet, but I'm just waiting by my phone.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Mackenzie Thomas. Yeah. I think she's such a beautiful soul inside and out. I can't confirm that, but I would be shocked if she wasn't.
Exactly.
She just seems so awesome. She really speaks the lyrics constantly, and then with this song, she really had to put her own twist to it and also learn a different tone, like that falsetto tone that she hasn't hit as much.
But it's there.
Yeah. She can do it all.
She can do everything. Like her voice is crazy. It's insane.
I love it.
I'm ready for her. And that outfit, I don't know if her outfit, it was, I just love how they just start piecing everything together. When the scenery goes, the outfit flows, the song flows. I just love just giving a full performance. And her, we got a full-blown performance. Like, she's ready.
Definitely.
She's ready.
On the other side of people who made it through for Team Adam, I'm keeping the two instant saves for last on purpose. I didn't forget about Linnea Moore. For Team Adam, we have Reagan Strange, which we talked about, and she was the only one who made it straight through. Mm-hmm. And that leads us to the instant save, which was DeAndre Nico from Team Adam and Linnea Moore from Team Kelly.
Yeah.
Let's talk about their performances the night before, and then we'll get into tonight. So Linnea Moore sang Consequences by Camila Cabello, and I think that she is really a great singer and a vision, and seems so poised and classy. And her story is amazing. We were talking about absolutely amazing, the resilience and just greatness that takes to move past all of this and be where she is today.
Yeah.
But I don't think she knows how to perform yet.
You hit it right on the nail. Yeah, she's not a performer, but she definitely has a beautiful voice. So I feel like honestly, I feel like she's really not fully comfortable yet. I get that vibe that she knows she can sing. She knows she really wants to be here. But she, like Kelly said, she was a comeback, so she haven't had much grooming as the other artists had. So maybe if she would have got it from the beginning, she probably would have been groomed to be more of a performer. But in this competition, she looks beautiful. She sounds great, but, you have to own the stage.
She's stunning.
Yeah, she's very beautiful and love her voice, but we need more a performance from her. And that's the only thing she's missing. Only thing. But I feel like it's there.
It was like when she won the save, the digital save.
Yeah.
It was the same thing where I'm like, yeah, both of you are really great singers, but I cannot, I can't focus in on what tone, what approach you're going at. It just seemed all over the place.
Literally, you don't, like you said, she didn't get that grooming, like that. So, I mean, it sucks that she couldn't, find herself sooner, but, not find herself in a bad way, but you know what I mean. Just reach her full potential here. But, like I said, she can do big things. It just takes time.
Speaking of finding you guys can find us basically on covering every show, and Sierra has more information on that.
Yes, you can, guys. So, hey, AfterBuzzers, our network produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works better to serve our television fans, but we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel, and check out our AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. For now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Yes. The best fans.
The bestest.
Okay, and lastly, DeAndre Nico, he sang Cry For You, and everyone knew this was kind of a song that was meant for him, and tonight, even when he was doing his save performance, you could really feel like he is that. And it was not his strongest performance, even though Jennifer Hudson and Adam Levine loved it. but I do think he is a really, really strong artist.
Yeah, I totally agree. This wasn't his best performance, but I'm glad that he got the song choice he did because it made it more enjoyable. And, you know, towards the end, he really picked it up. So, but I love him. Like, his voice is beautiful, and he really made us feel like he took us back to the Jodeci days. I mean, I'm young. I wasn't, you know, alive yet, but I heard the music. So he took us back to that moment, and it just felt good.
He totally fits in that brand, that genre with Jodeci, like bringing that male emotion into music with like movement.
We need that, and that's just another thing. We need more like that right now, back on the radio, back, you know, out in the public. So he's that person that can give us that. So
yeah, and we were just talking about in general. He's been positive since day one, always supporting the fellow contestants. So it came down to an instant save where people can tweet save Linnea Moore, hashtag save DeAndre Nico. And Linnea's performance was the same thing of last night, where she's amazing. Her voice is amazing. She's amazing to look at, and like you can see so much potential, but it's just not quite put together yet. And then on the flip side, DeAndre Nico brought it.
Literally.
Like, he gave everything on that stage.
But he always does. Yeah. Like, that's the thing. He knows that's who knows who he really wants this. And so he's like, listen, if I can't go home. I have to kill it. He does it every time. And he knows when the pressure's on. But he does it so gracefully. He does it so humbly. So I just love him. And I really do hope he goes far.
I agree. And it was really interesting when, before the voting started, Adam was like, I don't know how we got here. You are I can bring you to the top. Like, you are so good. And I do agree with that. I think he does have a different thing than most people I've seen in the competition in general. I think it's just more of, he's going to be one of those classic stars that just needed to prove themselves for whatever reason. That's kind of the journey, it seems like.
Yeah.
Which happens with some great people. Like, you know, Jennifer Hudson was number 4 on American Idol. Like, it happens.
Yeah. It's going to be that person.
So he ends up being saved, which I think America made the right decision.
We knew that was coming.
Okay. Well, do you have any other final thoughts on this week's episode and last week's?
You know, I'm pretty happy about the top 10 who they left us with. I feel like America kind of did a good choice. I really do love, like you mentioned earlier, I do love that the fans got to pick the song choices, and I feel like honestly everyone got a good song. Mm-hmm. I was really happy with the song choices. It let us see more of the people and not their comfort, you know, like, let's see what else you can do, and they really, you know, they brought it. Mm-hmm. So I was proud of America for that.
Yeah, and it seemed like the fans they just understood it's not like it was all self-serving picks. They picked songs that they felt
matched their person.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it was, and they did say it was fan night. The first night it was called fan night, so they had like the fans come and give a shout out, introduce them on the stage. So I feel like the whole episode theme, I really liked it. Just got to really show the fans appreciation. So
agreed.
It was cool.
Well, we're going to get into our special segment where we talk about our favorite moment of the night. But next week, we will be introducing a new special segment because we just found out, I don't know how we just found out,
literally,
but our fellow AfterBuzzer, Candace Cruz, does red carpet interviews with the entire Voice cast and crew every week. So hope the episodes aren't uploaded yet for this week, but next week she said that she'll get it to us so we can play it on our show. Cool. So yes, go Candace.
Woo, woo.
What was your favorite moment?
My favorite moment, I had a lot of favorite moments. I would have to say, okay, this might not be a favorite moment, but she's real for doing this. When Kelly, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Kelly fixed Jennifer after Kimberly Joy's performance, how she like took us to church, and so Jennifer went there with her. Kelly fixed Jennifer Hudson's hair. And she's real for that, because most people will let your hair be messed up and just let you take a picture, let you pose. But Kimberly said, come here, Jennifer. Let me fix this, because Kimberly just took us to church. But I love that. I don't know why, but I thought that was pretty funny.
That is funny. Good moment. Way to get deep into
the really episode. This show is everything.
I know. I really do love it. And I love all the judges this year. I would have to say, really loved Kimberly Joyce's performance, obviously. That was amazing to watch and see and kind of be a part of from outside of the television screen.
She shook us all.
I think what I really loved, because I'm just I love when women are supporting women, was the Jennifer Hudson Kennedy Holmes and Mackenzie Thomas performance.
That was my second favorite
To see
moment.
2 women of color and then 1 woman who doesn't fit the typical, Hollywood body type, but still equally beautiful.
Just that voice. She has that soul voice.
It's just a whole different look of what a lot of times we see on the screen, and it was so beautiful and magnetic. They were magnetic to watch, and I just loved it.
It should be a group.
Yeah. So, any final thoughts? Oh, let's get into predictions.
Yeah. What do we predict?
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
We're never good at predictions.
It's so hard.
Because it's so hard.
Well, because we kept saying that Team Blake's team was not the strongest, but he
Clearly,
had 3 for 3.
See, it's kind of hard to go based against America. I feel like we battle against America because it's like
personal choices.
Yeah, we predict this going to happen. Then America's like, no, you lied. But I predict that honestly. Team Jennifer, she's definitely going to stay at the top, though. Honestly, a lot of the teams have good people right now, like a lot of people that can possibly take it to the very end. But I believe that Team Jennifer is going to really take it home.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think I'm with that completely. I think that it's hard to say, though, knowing that Reagan Strange is getting the top streaming, because if you're streaming, you're voting. And so if that's the demographic, then it worries me. Not that Reagan Strange isn't amazing. I think that Team Jennifer has one of the winning
people that needs
people.
Yeah.
But
that's why I said it's like us against America right now.
Definitely someone from Team Blake is going home next week because they have too much. He has too much of the same
country. Yeah, definitely.
That's all I have for predictions.
That's a good prediction. I like that one. That's the best one.
You guys, thanks for joining us. We will be here at the same time next week. Until then, where can we find you, Sierra?
So you can find me at Sierra Benet on Twitter and Instagram _ on the Twitter.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Steph Sabraw. You guys are the best. We'll see you next week.
Yes, bye guys.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.